if we're honest enough to look and see that Jesus gave us the brand to manage, this is how people know if you love one another the way I've loved. If that's not the way we're known, then it's our problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's not their problem. It's not somebody else's problem. It's not people being unfair. It's our problem to manage. He gave it to us to manage. So we are the brand managers. We are the brand ambassadors, so to speak. And therefore, if there is a branding problem, and I don't know how you would possibly look at what's going on in our culture and say that we don't have a branding problem. It's our problem, and it's doable. We're going to see that in church history. The first century church had a much bigger problem than we do. I mean, it was this little group of people, and the whole Roman world was, it was emperors in particular, the people in power wanted it stamped out, and they did everything they could to do that. But this very maligned, persecuted group of people won over a very skeptical world by essentially just doing what Jesus told them to do, empowered by God, loving in ways that, and it's so cool to even look in church history and you can see Caesars and other people talking about this. I mean, these Christians, they love, look how they love one another. It's the way one person said it, like, how can we compete with that? And priests in their religion, because charity wasn't part of their religion, you have these priests in history saying things to emperors because emperors were frustrated and saying, maybe we should start like caring for the poor like they do. Because it's just not something that was part of their deal. But the populace looked at what happened and looked at how they loved their enemies that were persecuting them and all that, and they won over their world. So this is very doable. We just have to remember what we were asked to do in the first place 2,000 years ago.